Good evening, everybody. This is Thomas Ott from NeuralMarketTrends.com, and welcome to my third video tutorial on Rapidminer 5.0. In this video, I want to accomplish two things. One is to complete the updating of my written Yale/Rapidminer tutorials on my blog into video format and Rapidminer 5.0 format, as well as discuss and include a cross-validation operator in this model. In case you don't know what a cross-validation model is, or you're relatively new to it, essentially all it does is take your training data and reserve a few examples in it and sets them aside. As the model is being built by the training data, the pieces of data you set aside will be inserted to test the model as it's building. And it will then use that information to recalibrate the model and make it better by reducing the errors. Essentially, that's a good thing, and you want to do that. Any sophisticated and higher level data discovery / data mining neural net model will have some sort of validation / training operator in it to split the data apart and to recalibrate the model. So for us, what we're going to do tonight is we are going to include a cross-validation operator. And to do that, first we must delete this model, this default model learner here. Let's disconnect the port by right-clicking on it and right-clicking here. And while we're doing this tonight, you will see some of the great benefits that Rapidminer 5.0 has in error fixing. It will allow you to, guess on some quick fixes that you may need to build your model if you screw up. Wonderful thing, because I'm not perfect, and I'm going to take a guess, neither are you. So first things first, let's go find the cross-validation operator, which is right here. We can either do a split validation, which is very simple, so why don't we do that? Let's do a split validation. And as you can see here, this little red guy and this little exclamation point means that there's a problem. So here you're going to learn about the quick fixes. You see down here there are 4 error messages. So we're going to start by reducing one at a time. So if you go move your cursor to here and right click on it, you will see this little menu that's quick fixes. And if you go over here, you can connect the port and it goes away. You can see down here 3 errors, 4 down to 3 errors. And now, if you remember from my written tutorials, if you had a chance to review them, you will notice that the validation operator is a nested operator, that there are a couple of things below it, a couple of children operators to this parent operator that needs to be added in order to work. So let's click on this double window here, which will open up another window. Okay, here you have a training side and a testing side. So we deleted the default model previously, so now we are going to put it back into here so that we could train the model. So what happens is the data gets, before it enters the model, hits the cross-validation operator, gets split, and the training data now gets dumped into this area here, and then the validation data that was set aside when it was split gets dumped into here to calibrate the model. So, let's go look for the default model here. We'll drag him over here. Okay. Right-click on the TRA for training. Quick fixes, connect. Good. Right-click on this guy. Quick fixes, connect. Look how easy this is, folks. Okay, so now we built the training side. Let's build the testing side. Here, let's look for model applier. We drag them over here, and we are going to add a performance evaluator. Drag them over here. Okay, so you see down here now we got 6 errors. We got a lot of errors, so let's go work on fixing this. Let's right-click here, quick fixes. Connect, yes. Right click here, quick fixes, yes. Right click here, quick fixes. Apply model labeled data. Okay, good. And let's right click here. Yes. Okay, good. Now we're only down to one error, and everything here is great in the nested operator. Scroll up here. So now, we got one more error. Right click here, quick fix, connect to here, and you're done. And you're ready to run it. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, look, we're done. And here we are again. Nothing much has changed from the second video. It's still down. But what you did was, if you go back here, and you click on the validation model, what you did was you essentially split it. You did a relative split or an absolute, it's up to you. Absolute will give you a concrete number that you could use, like the training set size, 100 examples. And you could, or you could do relative. And sometimes I like to use relative. And you can say the split ratio is 70-30. Your sampling type will either be a linear, shuffled, or stratified. I like to use shuffled because it just does it randomly. So you can see how quick and easy that was. But since I did talk to you about using cross-validation, and I used split, I kind of misled you a little bit. Let's just go back and replace this guy here. Let's go use a cross-validation one, right? And you can see how easy it is. No errors. All I did was replace the operator. And if you double click on this here, you should see that all this is the same. It's just been replaced with the cross-validation model. So if you let's click on this one, and you can see here is roughly the same type of layout, but in this case we say we want 10 validations and we're going to sample using shuffled in this case. So let's save it again, and let's hopefully, it should go rather quickly. Yes. There we go. Done. Again, using cross-validation this time. And it's the same result. The prediction is still down in this case of data. But there you have it. This is the end of my third video tutorial on using cross-validation and also symbol validation, roughly the same thing, as well as building and finishing my updates to my Rapidminer / Yale written tutorials on my blog. In my next video, video number 4, I want to talk to you a little bit more about data pre-processing. Rapidminer has an amazing data pre-processing system, and we're going to fool around with something that everybody hears about and is probably very interested about: evolutionary weighting and genetic feature selection. So the next video, maybe second video, will focus around that type of model. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you continue visiting my blog and visiting my YouTube channel and becoming a member of my Facebook page. Because your input, your comments, your voting on giving me 5 stars on YouTube all matter to me, probably because I have a fragile ego, but it really inspires me to continue giving you these free video tutorials, because it takes a lot of time for me to create them, but I'm doing it as a labor of love, and it's nice to hear people commenting and telling me how great it is. So with that said, this is Thomas Ott for Neural Market Trends. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.